Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take your sources, articles, all that stuff, and really dig in to find the key insights. We want to give you that shortcut to being well-informed, maybe with a few surprising facts, maybe a little humor.
Yeah, keep it interesting.
Exactly. And today, we're diving into something, well, it's pretty thought-provoking. We're looking at personal reality, universal laws, stuff that might really shift how you see things.
It's fascinating material. We're using excerpts from the YouTube transcript, Law of Attraction in Action, episode 12 preview from Abraham-Hicks Publications.
It's Abraham-Hicks, right.
And this perspective, it's definitely unique. It covers consciousness, attraction, the nature of existence itself.
Wow, okay, big topics.
They are. And yeah, some ideas might feel challenging, but they're definitely fascinating. So our mission today is really to pull out the core ideas, understand what they imply.
And see how they might apply to, your own life.
Exactly. Whether you're familiar with this stuff already or it's completely new.
Okay, let's unpack this. Right from the start, the source hits us with a pretty bold statement that we come from non-physical into the physical, deliberately, to explore contrast and expand.
Yeah.
What's the core meaning there? What are they really getting at?
Well, the teaching really emphasizes that keeping up with your expansion
Keeping up with it.
is paramount. That's their word. Absolutely critical.
Paramount, right.
And they tie this expansion directly to natural joy.
Ah, okay.
Joy and alignment, enlightenment, basically coming into your own. It's not just personal growth. It's like the engine of the universe.
So joy isn't just a result. It's like a signpost.
Exactly. A compass showing you're aligned with this creative force. They even push back against ideas like don't be greedy.
Oh, really? Oh.
They're basically saying you got to be kidding. Like that whole idea misses the point.
Yeah.
Their core message is if you don't keep up with this natural urge to expand, you simply, you won't feel the joy that is natural to you.
Interesting. Okay, so that leads into this next bit, which this really got me thinking. How do you maintain that positive mindset, that going downstream vibe they talk about?
Yeah, the downstream flow.
And let's be honest, most of the conversations are actually going upstream. It feels like swimming against the tide sometimes.
It really can.
So how do you even participate in that kind of environment without getting dragged down?
Well, their advice is pretty specific. You need to prepare yourself vibrationally before you go out.
Vibrationally. Okay, what does that entail?
They talk about this concept of being outside the vortex.
The vortex,
Yeah.
right. We should probably clarify that.
Yeah, good point. Think of the vortex as like your best energetic state, where you're aligned with what you want, with that natural flow.
Okay, your optimal state.
Right. So when you're outside the vortex, it's like paddling upstream. Everything feels hard
A struggle.
because you have not the benefit of the cooperative components. You haven't accessed the laws of the universe in that state. And the source even expresses this real frustration with how we humans try to sort out all these conflicts.
Like historical stuff, political stuff.
Exactly. Republicans are after the Democrats. Muslims are after these, and the Christians are after these. Their take is just kill me. Now you can't sort that stuff out.
Wow, blunt.
It is. But the point is, when you're outside the vortex, when you're in that resistant conflict mode, you're essentially just complaining that you can't make it work because you're not in the state where things can work easily.
That makes sense. That distinction in or out of the vortex, it clarifies a lot.
It does.
And it leads to this other fascinating point about a really common question people ask.
Okay.
When someone sees negativity and asks, why are you attracting that? The source says that question itself has a flawed premise.
Yes, exactly. That's a key point.
Flawed? What's wrong with asking that?
Because their fundamental principle is
Hey.
you cannot be drawn to something that's not active in your vibration.
Active in your vibration. Okay, unpack that a bit.
Think of vibration as like your energetic frequency.
Yep.
Every thought, emotion, experience has one.
Like a radio signal.
Sort of, yeah. If something isn't active in your vibe, you're not attuned to it, you can't receive it.
Okay, got it. So you can only attract what you're already in some way vibrating with.
Precisely. And this leads to a really different take on healing past trauma.
Oh, interesting. Because the common wisdom is you have to heal the past, right?
Right. Many believe we never become fully actualized until we heal the emotional and psychological traumas of our past. But this source, they explicitly state they would be wrong.
Wow. Okay, why?
They argue that focusing on the past traumas, it just activates the vibration of them.
It keeps them alive, vibrationally speaking.
Exactly. And their point is, life has already pushed you forward, caused you to expand beyond that.
So looking back is counterproductive.
They frame it as an excuse not to keep up with who you are now. And that focus on the past can create this indefinite rift, a gap between your past self and your current expanded self.
An indefinite rift, that's a strong phrase. It suggests it holds you back permanently if you let it.
That seems to be the implication, yes.
And speaking of radical reframes, the source goes into probably the most sensitive human experience, death. And they even discuss it with someone whose son had completed suicide.
Yes, a very poignant part of the material.
Their perspective on this whole death thing is, well, it really challenges everything we're taught.
It absolutely does. What they assert is incredibly profound.
Yeah.
There is no death.
Yeah.
Period.
No death.
No ending to that which you are. They say, fundamentally, there is only life.
Okay. How do they explain that? What happens then?
They talk about focus. Sometimes our focus is here in the physical.
Right.
And sometimes it's completely in non-physical. It's just a shift in focus, not an ending.
So it's not like flicking off a switch. It's like changing the channel.
That's a good analogy. It reframes loss, grief.
Right.
Suggests consciousness is continuous, eternal.
That challenges our deepest feels about loss, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It implies loss, in the ultimate sense, is impossible. The source really highlights how humanity has made death out to be such an awful thing.
Yeah, we have.
And from their non-physical perspective, they say it's possible for them to have a joyful conversation about what has just taken place.
Joyful about death.
Yes, precisely because they maintain there is no death. Only that shift in focus.
Yeah, it is a lot to take in. Very radical.
Definitely.
And this focus on our internal state, our vibration, it ties into something a listener brought up.
Okay.
A personal challenge with trust. Trusting their inner voice, other people, particularly males.
Trust issues are common.
And the source promises to address this, connecting it back to that vortex idea we talked about.
Yes, it connects directly. If we think about our emotional states, Abraham-Hicks explains it like this. Every time you find fault with someone, you're going to step out of the vortex. And you're not going to feel good. It's about where your vibrational attention goes.
Makes sense. Focusing on faults feels bad.
Conversely, every time you look for reasons to appreciate, you're going to get into the vortex.
Appreciation gets you in.
And you're going to fill up with who you are.
Yeah.
Feel good, align.
Okay.
And the conclusion they draw speaks directly to that trust issue. They say, just by knowing that, you can teach yourself how to be in your power or how to be out of your power.
Just by noticing how you feel based on your focus.
Exactly. And that is the only trust you ever need to accomplish.
Wow. So true trust isn't about vetting others. It's about managing your own vibrational state, your own power.
That's the essence of it. It starts with self-alignment.
That feels incredibly empowering, actually. Very practical.
It shifts the locus of control inward.
Okay, but then it feels like a natural next step. Wouldn't you just want to smooth everything out?
How do you mean?
Like clean up your vibrations so much that you don't attract any contrast? Just get to that smooth sailing piece.
Ah, right. The desire for no bumps in the road.
Yeah. And what if your bliss seems destructive to other people? Does that fit? Can you just eliminate all the bad stuff?
Well, the source identifies a flaw in that reasoning, as they put it.
The flaw.
The desire to see only what I want, to have only smooth sailing.
Yeah.
They argue it would lead to no expansion.
No expansion? Why not?
Because expansion comes from contrast. From navigating different energies. If everything was the same, perfectly smooth, there'd be nothing to push against, nothing to learn from, nothing to inspire new desires. It would lead to endedness, stagnation.
So contrast is actually necessary for growth, for more life.
That's the idea. Trying to clean up the bad stuff so we don't have to see it, as they say. It defies the platform upon which all expansion comes from.
So the goal isn't to get rid of contrast.
Right. The key takeaway is, don't get rid of what you don't want, just focus upon what you do want. Shift your attention.
Focus on appreciation, on what feels good, stay in the vortex.
Exactly. And let the contrast serve its purpose of clarifying your desires and fueling expansion.
Even with difficult ideas, like they mention criminals reemerging in non-physical. That's tough to wrap your head around.
It is challenging, but it fits within that larger no-endedness perspective.
Yeah.
Everything continues, everything evolves. It's about understanding the bigger picture of eternal consciousness and expansion.
Right. Okay, so This all builds up to the biggest questions, doesn't it?
The ultimate why.
Yeah, the
Right.
source asks it directly. Why is it that we're here? Why is there Abraham? Why is there a universe?
And for listeners, Abraham refers to that non-physical collective consciousness they channel, the source of these teachings.
Right. So what is the answer? What's the ultimate why, according to them?
The answer they give is, well, it's quite beautiful, really. They say the mantra from non-physical is more. Expansion, more love, more exhilaration, more clarity, more opportunity, more adventure, more exposure to life, more life, more love, more living, more fun.
Wow.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
The ultimate why is because it is so fun, because it is so satisfying, because it is the nature of a creator to create.
Creation for the sheer joy of it. Expansion for the fun of it.
That's the core message. The inherent joy in the process of becoming more.
What an incredible arc. We started with expansion as purpose.
Keeping up with it for joy.
Navigating those upstream vibes by prepping your own vibration, staying in the vortex.
Right. Understanding that power comes from within.
Realizing attraction isn't random, it's about your active vibration. And maybe rethinking how we approach past trauma.
Yeah, avoiding that indefinite rift.
Then that radical reframe of death as just a shift in focus, not an end.
There is no death.
And it all circles back to personal power, managing your vibration through appreciation.
Which is the only trust you need.
And ultimately, realizing the whole point is the joy of creation, of expansion, of more.
It really puts the focus on personal responsibility for your experience, but in an empowering way.
Absolutely. It suggests that just knowing these principles, understanding them, is itself a path to joy and self-realization.
It seems to be. And maybe for you listening right now, here's a final thought to mull over.
Okay.
How might your daily life change, even subtly, if you consciously shifted your focus from what you don't want, all those upstream complaints, to what you do want, to reasons for appreciation?
Just that subtle shift in focus.
Yeah, how might that change not just your mood, but maybe even your understanding of those bigger questions we've touched on?
Something to really pay attention to.
Definitely. Notice where your vibration is. Notice the little shifts when you focus on appreciation. See what happens.